Now we'll start with the next topic, that is narrow band pass filter. So first thing, it has two feedback paths, hence the name multiple feedback filter. So remember this, here the circuit which I am going to show has two feedback paths, hence it is called as multiple feedback filter. Here the configuration used in this circuit is a inverting mode configuration, because the input signal Vin is applied for the inverting terminal of the op amp. Another important thing, here the narrow band pass filter is designed for specific values of center frequency Fc and the quality factor Q here. Nothing but now, here it only passes those frequency components which are closer or near to the center frequency, and the remaining frequency components of the input are eliminated from the circuit. The next thing here, so in this circuit you have to design certain resistors and the capacitors are the elements which are connected in the circuit. So for that we have to choose the value C1 equals to C2 equals to C here, and the resistor values which are used in the circuit are always depends on the quality factor and the center frequency. So here all the resistor values taken directly, no derivations. Okay, so here the value of R1 depends on Q divided by 2 pi Fc C into AF, where AF is the gain. Similarly for R2, it depends on Q divided by 2 pi Fc into C in bracket 2 of Q square minus AF, and R3 depends on Q divided by pi Fc into C. So while designing the narrow band pass filter, we have to use these formulas, and assuming that the capacitor values C1 equals to C, C2 equals to C. So then only we are able to find or design the narrow band pass filter. And another important condition in this is, here the gain at Fc given by AF equals to R3 by 2R1. So all the formulas of this filter are taken directly because no derivation here. Okay, that is important. That's why we are directly mentioning the all the formulas of this filter. And so if I had selected any resistor values, then here the gain must satisfy the condition that the gain should be less than 2 of Q square, where Q is the quality factor. Then only it allows us to allow only those frequency components which are close to the center frequency Fc. So now here we'll move on to the circuit diagram to understand why we have taken all those formulas and the condition. So now look at this circuit diagram here. So in this circuit diagram, Vin is the input signal which is applied for the inverting terminal of the op amp. Hence it is the inverting configuration. Here three resistors are used, R1, R2 and R3. Okay, where R1 and R2 are connected in parallel at the input side, R3 is connected as a feedback resistor between the input and output. Now the second case, it has two capacitors C1 and C2, where C1 is connected in series with the input terminal and C2 connected as feedback path. As I said that C1 equals to C2 equals to C, then only it allows us to use all the expressions which are shown here, that is R1, R2 and R3. Okay, so this is a condition that we have to use here. Now, so once we know all the capacitor and resistors which are connected in the circuit, where the non-inverting terminal is connected to ground using the resistance R3, which is nothing but the same resistor which is connected in feedback. So now look at the circuit diagram here. So what I will do, here it contains the combination of both high pass and low pass, then only it is called as band pass filter. So first we will concentrate on the components which are connected here, that is, so look at these components, that is, if I eliminate R1 and R2 and C2, okay, and I will connect this Vin directly to the C1. So if I connect here, so now it looks like it is a differentiator circuit, because C1 is connected at the input side and R3 is connected at the feedback path. Okay, so this circuit looks like similarly to the differentiator circuit. Okay, and the important thing is that in differentiator, the frequency response of the differentiator acts as a high pass filter. Nothing but it only allows the high frequency components of the input. So similarly, if I eliminate the capacitor C1 and R3, okay, and I will find the equivalent resistance of R1 and R2 as R equivalent, because these two are connected in parallel. If I find the R equivalent and connected here, and C2 acts as a feedback path. So if I consider these two, now it acts as an integrator circuit, because capacitor is connected in feedback path with respect to input is R equivalent here. So in such case, we call it as an integrator circuit, where the frequency response of integrator acts as a low pass filter. So from this we can say that it is a combination of both high pass and low pass. So when the frequency of the input signal reaches the cutoff frequency FL, then it uses the capacitor C1 to pass the frequency components. So when the input signal frequency component reaches the cutoff frequency FH, then it uses C2 to pass the low frequency components. So which is shown in this graphical representation here. So in this graphical representation, so once the frequency component of the input reaches FL, then this circuit diagram acts as an high pass filter and allows only those frequency components at the output side once it reaches the FL. Before that, it will eliminate all the frequency components because of the two capacitors C1 and C2 here. So similarly, once the FL is reached from the input signal, okay, it allows the frequency components from this point up to this point. So until the frequency component of the input reaches the FH, again the output voltage of this circuit, okay, reduces to 0 at a rate of 20 dB per decade. So from this we can say that here FC is the center frequency, okay. So as soon as the input frequency of the signal closes to the center frequency FC, okay, it only allows those frequency components which are near to this frequency, that is FL and FH. The remaining frequency components has been eliminated. So they are eliminated from the output frequency, okay. So thereby we can say that only this part of the output frequency components has been transmitted or allowed at the output side, and the remaining frequency components are eliminated. So this is about narrow band pass filter. So no derivations, directly values are taken and the expressions, okay, and the circuit diagram. So another thing is that here one problem is solved based on that, using the same formulas of R1, R2 and R3, assuming the value of C1 equals to C2, okay. Then substituting the values in the formulas, we can find R1, R2 and R3, okay. Then substitute it and design the filter. So this is about narrow band pass filter. So if you have any doubts, you can text me a message. Thank you.